Hello everybody, welcome to Monday night's video on rate tables, and we were introduced yesterday by someone who does a much better job than I do on how rates work and how using rates in real life, how many times we actually do that. So looking here is a good example, and today what we're going to work on is how to find those rate tables to make it a little easier for us to determine a rate and then use that information to move it forward. So, Flashlight batteries are on sale for 2 packages for $3. So what's the cost of 6 packages of batteries? Do that ahead, but we're going to show you later on. Okay. So what's the cost of 6 batteries? Well, how do you think you solve the problem? Write that down real quick. How do you think you solve it? Okay. Pause it and do it, and then go ahead. Okay. Well, here's how I would do it. I would show, well, 2 packages are $3, and then another 2 packages are $3, another 2 packages are $3. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. Okay, that's one way you could have done it. There's other ways too. This might have been the way I would do it. If 2 packages cost $3, then 1 package costs half as much. Half of $3 is $1.50. So then, once you figure out what 1 package costs, you multiply it times the number you need, 6. So 6 times $1.50. If you show it like this, multiplication is repeated addition. If you did it like that, you would find that it's still $9. Okay? In this lesson, you'll use rate tables to help you organize the information. Okay? So for instance, a bunch of balloons cost $6. So let me get a pen here. Okay? This is what I call the unit rate. 1 unit, what does it cost? And that's what we ultimately want to figure out. What does 1 unit cost? If we know what 1 unit costs, we then can multiply it out and figure out what 2 units, 3 units, 5 units, 1,000,000 units. Doesn't matter if we know what the unit cost is. So somewhere in your writing today, I better make sure that you know what a unit cost is and why it's so important. So if you know that 1 bunch of balloons cost $6, 2 would cost 12. 6 times 2 is 12. 3 would be 18, 5 would be 30. Pretty easy. Okay, this one. Keisha types 30 words per minute. At this rate, how many words can she type in 7 minutes? Can you write down what you think the unit cost is, the unit value? Well, I hope you got that Keisha types 60 words per minute. That per is a big part of rates, okay, because it shows how much she does per every minute. So in 7 minutes, 6 times 7 is 42. So 60 times 7 would be 420. What about 80? 8 times 6 is 48, plus 2 zeros would be 4,800. And 400, hopefully you got that. But if you know 60 words per minute, everything else becomes easier. Okay, Heidi walks 2.2 miles per hour. What's the unit cost, or the unit rate? 2.2 miles per hour. So in 2 minutes, what would she ride? In 3 minutes, what would she ride? Okay, so how many hours would it take her to travel? 13.2. So what I do is I just keep adding 12.2 until I got to this, and to this, and to this. And once you're given that piece of information, maybe you're able to do this. Try it on your own. Pause it. Try to figure it out. There's your answer. This times 6 would give you here. This times 7 would give you here, and so on. Okay, this is a rate table, and you'll see a lot of these in our work tomorrow. And a rate table is an easy way for you to organize where you're comparing 2 things. You're comparing the packages versus the cost of each package. Now we know that 2 packages cost $3 right there, because it says 2 packages are worth $3. But I always want you to find what? The unit cost. So this is the magic box right here. This is the unit cost. Number 1. For 1 unit, what does it cost? And that makes it very easy for us to figure it out. Now, if you're going up on the table, if you're splitting $3 into 2 parts, we are dividing at that point. We are, I'll make it longer for you here. Okay, if we're going up, we're dividing. But if we're going down, let me see here. If we're going down, we're multiplying. So let's see how this works. Okay, so what's $3 divided by 2? Well, hopefully you know $3 cut in half would be $1.50. Now that we know $1.50, now we can do $1.50 times 2 would give you 3. $1.50 times 3 would give me $4.50. $1.50 times 7 would be $10.50, and so on. So if it's going down, you're multiplying. If it's going up on this table, you're dividing. If it's making it smaller, you're dividing. If it's making a larger number, you're going to be multiplying on these rate tables. Let's try this one. Okay, Mr. Rankin sews buttons on his shirt. He sewed 9 buttons in 27 minutes. So if it was me, I would know, I would want to find out this one. So I'd make up a rate table. What are the two things I'm comparing? One would be buttons, and the other would be what? Minutes. Okay, so we know 9 buttons in 27 minutes. So if it was me, I would write a 9 there, 9 buttons in 27 minutes. But I'm wanting to make it smaller. I want to figure out what this box is, because that would be my unit table. So I'm making it smaller. So I'm going to cut 27 minutes up into 9 buttons each. So I am dividing because it's going this way. 27 divided by 9 would be 3. Okay, so 1 button takes 3 minutes to sew on. Well, once you have that, it gets easy. What would 2 buttons be? Well, it would be 6 minutes. Can you finish this rate table? Okay, I hope you got it. Let's see. Oh, well, you could fill this out. And then at that rate, how many buttons did you sew for 15 minutes? Well, 15 times 3 would give you, oh, in 15 minutes, not at 15 buttons. In 15 minutes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 would give me 5 buttons. Try this one on your own. Try to make a rate table. I'd like to see this in your notes for today. The building has a height of 60 feet. If each story is 12 feet tall, so each story, one story is 12 feet high. Can you figure out the rest of these? All right, what about this one? DeAndre receives $4 a week per allowance. Here's our rate, $4 per week. So in 1 week, what do you think is going to go here? What do you think is going to go here? And try to figure out the rest. If you saved all his money, how much do you have after 1 year? Well, there's 52 weeks in a year, so try to figure it out. Okay, you got it? Let's see how you did. And that would be it. Okay, you know $4 in 1 week, so 2 weeks would be $8, 10 weeks would be 40. 52 times 4 would give you 208. Okay, try this one on your own. Show the rate table. Pause, see how you did? Good. How much do you charge per lawn? It would be $6. You have this figured out, you're able to do everything else. All right, here's another one. Bill's new car travels 35 miles on 1 tank of gas. So in 2, you do 35 times 2, because we're going forward, we're going to be multiplying. See how you do the rest of them. Good. So 7 gallons would be what? 7 times 35 would give us right there. Try these for me. Pause it and try them. There's the answers for those. Pause these and try them. There's the answer for, let me get it out of the way for you. There's the answers for those. Okay, and a couple more. Pause and try. There you go. All right, guys. Thanks.